What's up, YouTube? AK Aquatics here. Just wanted to do an update on the 125 and a review on a couple of things I just got recently. I got this Finnex digital heat controller. This is the HC810M model. It can handle up to 800 watts total of heaters. So if you just plug a power strip into the outlet coming off of the heat controller, then you can run multiple heaters as long as you don't go over 800 watts. But yeah, they're pretty sweet. If you ever have a heater failure, they'll save you. They won't allow power to go to the heater unless it's going above the temperature which you have your controller set to, so it can really save you in the case of a heater failure, which everybody's heater is going to fail eventually. They don't last forever, so it's just something I really think is a must-have for any type of aquarium, really. But yeah, I got one for the 125 because I'm running two 200-watt heaters on here, and then I got the Finnex Max 300 model for the 55-gallon. But yeah, they have pretty short wires coming off of them. It doesn't really look right. I started off with this mounted in the front of the aquarium on the stand down here, but I didn't like the routing. You have to run the wires across the side of the stand, and then you see huge cords and stuff hanging all over it, so I just moved it to the back. I mean, you really don't need to have it right on the front, although it'd be nice to be able to have the temperature visible all the time. But yeah, I picked that 810 model up off of Amazon. I think it was like 45 bucks. And then the Finnex 300 Max is like $28 or something. They're pretty cheap for a safeguard that is really actually needed. I've had these heaters for about a year running on this tank, actually, or not on this tank specifically, but using them for about a year. So typically online I've seen most heaters fail after about 2 years. Something happens to them, either get water seeping inside of them, or there's a short, or the temperature sensor that's built into the heater doesn't work and the heater just stays stuck on. A lot of people have cooked their entire tank and even burnt their tank to the ground because of that, so that really kind of compelled me to get these. Thinking back, I probably should have had them from the get-go, but I just wasn't even aware that they existed. But yeah, this is for the 125. It's pretty sweet. It also has a low and high limit with an audible alarm, so I have my temperature set at 78 degrees. And once it drops below that, there's a light next to the green light you see. It's a red light that comes on that tells you that the heaters have power, and once it gets up to your desired set temperature, it will shut back off the power to the heaters through the heat controller. But I have the low limit set at 76 degrees and the high limit set to 83, and if it goes over or below either one of those, it sets off an audible alarm, just a beep that lets you know that it's out of range from what your setting is. And you can see the sensor down here on the back side of the aquarium behind the background, but the cord's pretty short, so I mean really the appropriate spot to mount it is on the side of the aquarium somewhere to where you have plenty of cord length to reach all the way down in the aquarium water depth. So when you're doing a water change and say you lower it below the sensor level, then it's gonna cool the sensor down and tell the heaters to kick on when you actually don't really want the heaters on. So as long as you have the sensor below, say, a 50% water mark on your aquarium, you should be good doing 50% water changes for it to be accurate and on and off when they're supposed to be. But yeah, I just shot a video of this review, and actually I realized that the fan was on so high you couldn't even really hear what I was saying, and I didn't really go in depth as I should have in what they're capable of doing. But anyway, this is tick 2 on the review, and I highly suggest anybody that's running an aquarium runs these temperature controllers in the event of some type of failure in the heater, which it will happen eventually. It's just a matter of when. So hope you find this review informative, and so far so good. They're real accurate. I have multiple thermometers compared to what the digital readout is on the Finnex temperature controller, the HC810M model, and it's dead accurate. So just peace of mind, and kind of nice to be able to see a digital readout of your heat in your tank. So anyhow, thanks for watching. See you next time.